Hi, my name is Chris Melnick and I'm a realtor in Halifax, Nova Scotia. In this video, I'm going to be talking about whether rent-to-own agreements are scams. In short, they're not all necessarily scams, but can be scam-like, which I'll get to. But first, what is a rent-to-own agreement? The basic idea is that you agree to rent a property and then eventually buy it. Now that's pretty straightforward. I mean, it's literally in the name. But beyond that, it becomes a bit more complicated. This is because unlike a typical home sale listed on MLS with standard forms and terms, there is no standard for rent-to-own agreements. They can be whatever the buyer or seller want. But here's the general process. Number one, the tenant agrees to pay a monthly rent amount plus a monthly premium for a deposit. Number two, the tenant and landlord agree on a rental term, be it 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, etc. Number three, at the end of the term, the tenant agrees to buy the property for an agreed upon price. Number four, if the tenant stops paying rent or is unable to buy the home due to financing not coming through, etc., the landlord keeps all of the rent and the accumulated deposit. But again, any or all of these terms could be different because there's no standard for rent-to-own agreements. So let's look at the value propositions. Now, from the tenant's perspective, if they weren't able to come up with the deposit before, this type of agreement effectively forces them to save for a deposit. Also, it could have been the case that when initially entering into this agreement, that they didn't have good enough credit or work history for a mortgage. So with this agreement, it buys them some time to sort that out. Finally, since the price of the home is agreed upon, this can't provide a sense of security if the tenant is concerned about rising home prices in the future. Now, from the landlord's perspective, if the tenant stops paying rent at any time or is unable to purchase the home at the agreed upon time, the landlord keeps the accumulated deposit money, which could be around 5% of the purchase price. If the landlord thinks that the market is going to decline but still want to be earning rental income for a little while longer, this allows them to have a decent chance of locking in a sale price. So why do some people say this is a scam? It's because the best thing that could happen to the landlord is if the home prices increase drastically and the tenant is unable to purchase the home and loses all of their deposit money. So some landlords engage in what I'd consider predatory behavior and try to attract the type of person that they believe won't be able to eventually purchase the home. And this, for the most part, is completely legal. Rent-to-own agreements are not inherently scammy, but can be used in a predatory manner for completely legal gains. So if somebody's offering a rent-to-own option, just think to yourself, why would a landlord do this? What's in it for them? Fortunately, there are some very nice charitable landlords out there who are just genuinely good people. Everything could work out just fine. But either way, if you're interested in a rent-to-own home, just make sure you read and understand the contract fully with the help of a lawyer who is familiar with rent-to-own agreements. Thanks for watching. If you'd like help buying or selling, feel free to contact me. My contact information is in the description below. Goodbye.